Yo, are you big on FC24? In fact, are you big on esports? Well, there's one place to be. There is a high-stakes tournament coming up with 500,000 naira. Yes, 500,000 naira, and it is the Cade Esports Cup for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The Pro Clubs League action, which has been enjoyable so far, it has been running for a few weeks now. We've seen some excellent performances like the table toppers Get Clubbed already dominating in the tournament, and the subpar ones as well on Solid, who are kind of struggling in the league so far. But the Cade Esports Cup gives chance to everybody, and we might definitely see some upsets in that one. You do not want to miss this one. It will be played in the Champions League format, where we'll have groups and two teams will be qualifying out of the groups into the knockout stages. You do not want to miss. The draw takes place this Saturday, so make sure to be there at the GG Arena YouTube channel for all the action, and the action itself when the Cade Esports Cup begins is on Tuesday at 10 p.m. every week. So I will be there. The predictions will be open. Our giveaways will also be there. There's everything for you. Cade Esports Cup, we are coming big. I think the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has produced definitely some amount of goals which we have enjoyed so far. On your screens right now is Niggas in Debt as they take on Eagles FC in this matchup, as Niggas in Debt kindly leading on that scoreline as they do, and just like that, the crossing coming in one. The Niggas in Debt to seal the 3 points, and they could add another goal to just put the icing on the cake. Haaland with the ball into the finish, stamps his authority all over the game, and they're greedy to finish it up. Niggas in Debt seal the victory. Niggas in Debt who are definitely looking for those points come up against GFC. Madly lead of those points, just has 1 point to their name. 1 draw, 5 losses. I mean, very, very important game for them as they come up against Niggas in Debt. On your screens, and already the man in white making things count. Niggas in Debt starting off class. I think it's even trickier, and you've got to be alert to the danger. But so far, so good. The defenders have stayed there. But what a move and what a finish. This time the cross didn't go into the far post. Aimless chaos for this matchup. Uptown VFC, everybody who's made this a lot more fun as we head into the second half of the action. Uptown VFC. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Shots! I just didn't have an answer. I said at the start of the stream that we will have some teams who don't have wins make some noise, but just like that, Abuja XI with a huge opportunity with the whole of the goal to him, but making no mistake, powering of the table, the likes of Unsali, GFC, and Uptown VFC. My oh my, they have put up a big fight. Well, I'm not sure they'd be happy about that one. A very questionable penalty goes in the way of Abuja XI. Will they make them pay? From 12 yards, Lancelot hot steps, finishes it. 3 goals to 1 now. The mark striker. Well, probably one of the top winning end. You're not going to care. You're just going to be excited that you are the one. Just taking time off that clock, but I'm sure at our VFC will be looking to find their way back. But it's looking like a very long way back now. Let me talk. She's doing all the talking up front there. On the volley, goalkeeper, no chance in hell of Abuja XI, and then midfield dominance from the likes of Farouk Manzo and Lancelot in those areas have just been incredible. But that could be for the games we've seen today have had loads of goals. Remember that 5-4 game in which Big Guns FC took the victory in those final minutes to get them the victory. It's very, very important that we see that one which closes it. If that had been ruled as a goal, surely contender for goal of the season. But the linesman said that wasn't the best, but he's not going to. As the Familiar FC equalized with a cross of their own. Well, they're getting another cross and it works. Well, that's deja vu. You beat me with a cross, I can do that too. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And they greedy. You kind of just feel a pep in their step with how quick and crisp those passes have been. Prince Kelvin though went to bat for KD Sports, but that's no way to lose the ball though. They could be punished. They've got bodies up front. The Familia have to make this one work, and they do. That's how to put the press on. Who we call this one? Gang pressing. Incredible. Well, another Monday is here with us again. Of course, there's some more Pro Clubs action for you. My name is Slimo. Another Monday is here again, of course. All the action to enjoy is here and only here on the GG Arena channel for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. We are into match day 19. Well, the time has flown by very, very quickly. I'm now even thinking of how we even started this when everything started from match day one up till now. And now we are into latter stages of the KD Sports Cup as well. Things have really, really moved quickly, and we've enjoyed all the action that has come with the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. But if you are new to the family, we welcome you with open arms. And welcome to our new week of Nigerian Pro Clubs League action into match day 19. And I must say, last week on Thursday was my favorite day. Throughout all of the days that I've done this, I hadn't seen any more drama and nervy moments that was associated with last week's stream. Because on Thursday, a lot of upsets, and of course, we will delve into how that one went down. But time is fast spent, so let me tell you how today's fixtures will be going down. And after last week's impressive performances from some of the teams in there, you definitely know that today could be a banger of a stream today. But for match day 19, we've got Kerry's FC and Nameless Chaos who will be doing battle. They're starting with their stream very shortly. We'll be switching over to their feed when they start. And Marshall FC and then FanQuest Pro. Marshall FC, who have been impressive so far. Very, very impressed with what they've done. I think they've been one of the few teams that have been consistent so far, and we'll see if they can carry on. But last week's stream was dedicated to big guns. The way they stepped up and beat the league leaders showed us what they were made of, and they can't continue on that same feat against Effortless FC, who are kind of in a groove on their own, who are in their last 5 games have just lost one. And for Big Ants, of course, in their last 5 games, they've also just drawn one game and gotten 4 losses, 4 wins out of that. So it's a very, very cramped fixture, which is set to start pretty soon. We've got Eagles FC and GFC. The struggling Eagles FC take on GFC, who are, of course, in a very mixed situation in the last 5 games, unable to secure any wins, currently rooted to the bottom of the table. And in our next matchup, Get Clubbed, who were in a slump. The league leaders in their last 5 have just won one. If I told you earlier that Get Clubbed will be in a slump of form, or be in a rocky, should I say, to be in a rocky place where they're facing a lot of obstacles, you have probably said no, because the way they started this tournament was just crazy. But that's how tournaments like these go, and they're in their purple. I think the purple patch is now gone for them. They'll have to figure a way out to just kind of show everybody why they are still the best team in the tournament as they take on the Familia. GG Arena FC and Abuja Exile also lock on the fifth place and the sixth place team also do battle today. That should be interesting. Niggas in depth and Uptown VFC and the Unsullied and Cade Esports. And for today, it's not just league action. For last weekend, Saturday, we promised to bring you the Cade Esports Cup. It couldn't come on due to a few problems, but we promised that today we'll have match day 2 of the Cade Esports Cup, which should be very, very interesting. Remember the Cade Esports Cup, which has 500,000 naira prize pool on it. The pro clubs teams are ready for that action to go down. But that's how today is looking like after match day 18. This is how the standings look like, and I must tell you, things are heated at the top. Get Club Cause are no longer in the lead. Well, they are in the lead on the standings, but points wise, they are currently level with Big Guns on 41, and Big Guns are the team in form. Nameless Chaos coming third with 37, just 4 points behind the top two. Marshall, let's see, coming fourth with just 5 points behind the top three as well. So it's very, very chaotic at the top, and we are loving every single minute of it. Abuja Exile is not far behind. They've also got 35 points. Effortless FC with 33. The Familiar coming with in 8th place with 31. And of course, niggas in depth in 9th with 27. KD Sports in that mid-pack area, we should call them. Kerry's FC, Eagles FC, the Unsullied FunQuest Pro, and GFC complete the roster on the league table, which has been very, very interesting. The reason why I called last week Thursday my most favorite day was because the shift in the league table. We now have Big Guns in the second position. We had them in the second position last week Monday, but the kind of steps they've taken, what they did last week was just tremendous. Kudos to them for keeping the energy that high. And I mean, they have been very, very impressive to watch as we're about to head into our first game today. So stay tuned to the stream. We'll have Get Clubbed and Familiar very, very shortly on the stream. The league leaders looking for a way to bounce back. But it will surely be a very interesting one, and how that one pans out will be detrimental to their league position. Let's head over things and see the kind of stuff that they will be showing us today. So that is the Familiar and Get Club Course kick things for us today on our Monday evening stream. Monday here, 9:22 Ghana time and 10:22 Nigeria time. You're welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, kindly subscribe to the channel on GG Arena, where all the pro clubs action is going down. The Familiar FC smell blood early, and they take advantage of that. That was a quick start. What is happening to our league leaders? Get Club Course already down by a goal within 3 minutes. Wow. We're speaking of ways for them to bounce back, but that's not looking likely anytime soon. Get Club Course. What's happening? What is happening? Well, they've got to show us that they've got a championship mentality. Can they do that early on here? Coming with the effort from distance. Can't beat the goalkeeper on the occasion, but they've got to have the response and have it really early, because once it starts affecting them mentally, you know they're going to be in trouble. And with the kind of pressure that Big Guns is putting on them at the second place, they've got to be wary. Wick. Again for Get Club. Could they find the equalizer early on in this game? Takoti on the 10. Great chance. Seka saves and goal. Huge saves to parry that one away. The Familiar FC, after going a goal up, have to handle this wave of pressure from the league leaders. Takoti Kamet went high up the field for Castro. Sends a low pass in for Wick over the head kick, but just over the bar on that occasion. But what a fiery start this one has been. Get Club currently leading the league with 41 points, on the same points with Big Guns. And they might not be league leaders anymore if they lose this game and Big Guns are able to win today. Remember that Big Guns later play Effortless FC today. Nakamura focusing that midfield. The Familia who haven't really settled in the game after the goal. I think the goal came like a shocker to them because the chance just came where Get Club cause were kind of caught off guard. They created that chance out of nothing, were able to score out of that, but the Familia will have to settle and then just kind of keep the ball a bit. I feel like they're giving it away too much. Well, that's more like it. Nakamura on the 10. Plays that 1-2 with Kuz trying to find the man on the wing. The pressure still paying off for the Familia. Another over the top through ball. That time can't be the defense as Christensen is able to clear. Nameless Scales and Kerry's FC are also about to gain their matchup in match day 19 of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The feisty Pro Clubs League with $1,000 on the line. Coming into Wick. Black Kings defending from the front. So you see the strikers coming back and then being able to get into the passing lanes. It's just such a joy to watch. And the Familia have done that very, very well early on in this game. Christensen can the league leaders bounce back. Takoti, great ball into Frankie's got to make good use of this one. Dashes with pace and finds the near post for the finish. That's a very, very good goal. The league leaders right back in this one. 1-1 the scoreline now. Immediately the opportunity came for Frankie. You knew that he had the pace to beat the defender. And beat the defender, he did. It was all about picking his spot. Found the near post corner and smashed it. You could maybe say the goalkeeper's movements weren't the best, but we could also credit Frankie for that excellent finishing. Cross comes in from the Familia. Unsuccessful. Another bite of the cherry. Who's, well, trying to find the open man. Can't do that. As Get Club can't come away with it. Wick onto the 10. Big searching through ball that finds Nito. Nito, the man with the pace. Frankie, our goal scorer, lovely play. Can they finish it off? Well. Stopped in their tracks. Get Club now putting on some incredible press as they go into this game, hoping that they can't get the victory and put the pressure on Big Guns. Spice. I've loved the way this game has started. It just kind of depicts what the Nigerian Pro Clubs League is all about. It's been excellent to watch so far. And it just kind of tells you, in my local dialect here in Ghana, it tells you Obia and Obia, which means nobody is nobody. Tells you even the league leaders can get stunned. And at this point, they are stunned. They've managed to find a way back into the game, getting the equalizer. But these past few games haven't been the best from them. And it's been excellent to watch them so far. Need to get in the deep cross. Oh, that would have been a brilliant finish. But Wick's effort just goes over the bar there. Great stuff we are seeing in this game. The league leaders who are still putting on the pressure. Tackle T. Well. As and when the game goes on, you just kind of feel like it might just be their time anytime soon. Forget Club to get the lead. Because they've been pushing. They've been pushing and pushing and pushing. And you kind of feel like they deserve the lead. The Familia have just kind of settled into a more comfortable position. It looks like they're comfortable from where they are watching things. Still currently 1-0 in this matchup. Get Club versus the Familia proving to be a very, very difficult one to call. Let's go for that into halftime and then we'll see how things are happening elsewhere. 5 minutes to go before we close this one out. Cross it to the deep post. Christensen does extremely well to clear. It was a very dangerous one. Clears for the league leaders. Nakamura though. That's great anticipation to get there before the defender. But Get Club just can't hold on to it and they give it away cheaply again. The Familia looking to end the first half on a high. They kind of started on a high. They're looking to end on a high. But in between, they've not just been it for me because once you want to beat the league leaders, you've got to be at it for majority of the game. But for majority in the first half, they just haven't been it for me. Get Club have had numerous opportunities that they haven't taken, and you kind of feel like there's going to be more in the second half. The Familia need to be careful. Black Kings with a free kick just before the halftime whistle goes. This is the Nigerian Pro Clubs League brought to you by KD Sports, Effortless Script Sports Network, and our host GG Arena. We are currently watching on the YouTube channel. My name is Slimon once again, and if you are just joining, this action comes to you live this and every Monday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Niger time, 9 p.m. Ghana time. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel as the first half comes to an end in that matchup. Effortless FC will get club calls, and the Familia going head to head in that matchup. Now let's switch things up to Keris FC, who are down by 2-1 to Nameless Chaos, another middle pack fixture which has a lot of potential. Nameless Chaos, one of those teams that you know every time they play, they are going to score goals. But it's always about how they defend, and once they score goals, they usually concede as well. That's been the major problem for Nameless Chaos, who have been very, very impressive. They're currently in third place, still putting on the pressure on Big Guns and Get Clapped. If they're able to get this victory, it surely puts pressure on some of the league leaders. Nameless Chaos in the red outfit are currently attacking with the corner kick. Keris FC in the all-white kit for this one. Knights trying to win the ball back, and yes, he does impressively. Leaves it for Clint. Cross comes in for Bones. Well executed finish. And they've got the third in the game, and it's looking very, very positive for them. Nameless Chaos, who are just 4 points behind Get Club and Big Guns, cruising in this game, piling on the pressure. Well, that's the kind of stuff you need to do if you want a chaser. And they are chasing vigorously in this game. 3-1. Just 25 minutes gone. And that's the kind of message you want to send. What a start it has been from them. What an incredible start it has been from them. Well, and that's what you want to see. That's the stuff you'd like to see with games like these, with teams like these who are the chasers, just 4 points behind off of that top spot. You do not want to make Get Club and Big Guns feel too comfortable at the top. Munier, what a goal! The finesse into the far post, very, very impressive. Keris FC not going to go away cheaply. Scoreline now at 3-2. Well. This isn't going to be a walk in the park for Nameless Chaos. They've got a tough fixture on their hands, and it's going to be impressive to see who clinches this. Fash, long ball into DXO on the wing, gets another cross in. These crosses have come at every chance they get. Keris FC has paid dividends earlier, but in this game, it's just been difficult to break down Nameless Chaos in this first half. Joshi in the midfield area has options and finds Muller. DXO, another cross comes in. The block bounce there again. And just like that, they've got the equalizer, down by 3-1 about 5 minutes ago. And in a flash, just like that, got a series of attacks and they've made it count. Clint from distance, beautifully to parry that one away, and Famsi can come out with it. We might be in for a blockbuster series of games today. Muller. Again, they work it out wide, try to go into DXO to get those whip crosses in. This time it cuts back into Muller. Has space to shoot, decides to go for the finesse. Well blocked that time. Nameless Chaos under the pressure now. Keris FC, who surely have been one of those teams that has been under the radar, currently in 12th place with just 18 points in their name. They've been very, very underrated in this tournament, but you can't write anybody off yet. Muller for DXO once again. Well, that time the back post cross doesn't work, but what a first half this one has been. Too fast for you now on the 10. Has the pace to beat everybody. Well, the through ball into Noni. A bit unorthodox, but they're able to work out. Noni, back post cross, Clates. Can he get a shot away though? The defense, right in his face, not allowing him with any space there. Too fast for you again. Trying to dribble his way as Fash does extremely well to hold on to that. But this game has been very, very intense. Since goal thriller in just 45 minutes. Well, that's the stuff of dreams for a neutral. If you're a Nameless Chaos fan, I'm sure you'd be fuming at how things have gone, leading by 3 goals to 1. And just like that, uh, the lead vanishing. And the first half for that one as well comes to an end. We'll turn our attentions to how things are going in our other game for today. Or other games actually for today and Get Club's fixture, which is proving to be very, very interesting as that game goes on. It's still 1-1. Well, I've got to update the score lines. Get Club cause. Kindly up by 2 goals to 1. With 10 minutes to go, they need this win. Mind you, Big Guns and Nameless Chaos Marshall FC are all breathing down their neck. They need the win. And that's a huge save in this game. The Shy at the back. Big save to keep the lead intact. They've got 8 minutes to hold on to the lead now. Throw it for the Familia in the promising possession. Could they make something out of this one? Is there going to be a long throw in? Well, it comes as Frankie defends that very, very well. Get clubbed on the fringes now. Long ball to find Nito. He's got the option of the back post cross. Does get it. Wick just can't hold on to it. The control, not the best. And they concede a goal kick to the Familia 5 minutes ago. In a nerve-wracking one for the league leaders, for our table toppers. Get club cause. Can they seal out the victory with all the pressure that's coming from the Familia? Also can't get it down as Carmen can come away with it. This win is going to be a very, very huge one to calm their nerves. We know how tough it has been for them in their past 5 games. They need something to get air going for them, and the Familia is not making it easy for them. Good pass, but Akoti intercepts exactly where Get Club will like the ball. But it just ran out of play. Carmen just couldn't handle it. And just look at that. The Familia also can't hold on to it. It's playing straight right into the hands of Get Club, who might just seal this win. Wick taking some time off the clock, shielding the ball very, very, very well. Runs down the clock perfectly. And for sure now, Get Club cause will walk away in this game with a very, very important win. Very crucial to their title charge. Extremely important for how they want to play today. And they've merited it. Get Club, well, they had to work for it. But when it came, it was brilliant. They had to leave it late. But when it came, it was brilliant. Let's go to the other game that we're kind of getting the feed from. Kerry's FC and Nameless Chaos. Nameless Chaos now pulling away a bit, up by 5 goals to 3. They've kind of left throughout the whole game, but they've just left gaps at the back. Like I said earlier, they know how to score goals. It's just about holding their own at the back. That's been difficult for them. And speaking of goals, there's another one, say West, on the volley, far post, finish, excellent. Well, we've spoken of how impressive they are in front of goal. And they are proving that today. Up by 6 goals to 3 against Kerry's FC now. Impressive stuff. Very early on in the game. And they took the game extremely serious when this one started. But they keep conceding. As Muller gets a fourth for Kerry's FC. Might we see some interesting stuff happen? Well, for this esport, for pro clubs, anything is possible. I'm not downplaying any comeback, but I know how much of a stretch that is going to be. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to pull that off, facing an extremely good team. But Meunier tells us that there is hope. Long ball and just one time finish, and they're just a goal away from getting the equalizer. Nameless Chaos. What position have you guys put yourself in? Then every moment will start now. In the last 2 games, it's been extremely nervous. Look how Get Club were able to seal the deal. And Nameless Chaos going to have to go through the baptism of fire to also get all the 3 points. We find out within the next 10 minutes. Longo, they'll also deploy. Taking time off the clock, that strategy seeming to work. By that time, they were looking to get something inside there. Mamula does very, very well to get the ball back for Fash on the 10. Carries FC. What do you have cooking? Nice. Brilliant tackle, but ref says that's illegal. And Carries FC can work out a free kick from there. Distance is very far wide, but Fash sends some high up the field. Dangerous position, cuts it back, but too many defenders from Nameless Chaos. It was almost chaotic at the back for them, and they were able to hold their own. Clint gets the cross in, can't find it. Queen. Or maybe this might seal it on his effort. Just couldn't get it, but look at that. Nameless Chaos have been presented with an opportunity to kill the game off. Noni from 12 yards to seal it. Doesn't score. Well, huge save from the Carries FC goalkeeper to keep them straight right in this game with just about 5 minutes to go. That's an extremely huge one. Noni, I'm sure, will probably be kicking himself at that point. Chance to seal the game from the spot. Couldn't convert and puts his team in a very difficult position. Final minutes now. Khalid gets the cross in. Longo are able to get that one back into race very, very comfortably. And just look at them. Very, very comfortable at the back, just taking some time off the clock. Longo again. Excellent pressure from DXO as he's able to win the ball back. But look at Saint. And when you've got midfielders like that, it's just a joy to work with. Noni, they break the pressure for sure. Now they seal the deal. Too fast for you gets a long cross, but Famsi does well to clear. And the final corner for Nameless Chaos. But kudos to them. It was Nevi at some moments when they missed that penalty through Noni. But the whole game, they have been the more impressive team. They have been the team that has looked like they will score goals every time they go for it. And they clearly deserve this win. And they have sealed it out. The game ends 6-5 in favor of Nameless Chaos. Well, they've been chaotic today. The win has been chaotic. They've scored goals. They've conceded goals. 11-goal thriller ends for Nameless Chaos as they pile on the pressure on big guns and Get Club calls. We'll take our first break of the day. And of course, more of the action from the Nigerian Pro Clubs League coming to you right after the word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. There's more action coming from us. Well,
yo, are you big on FC24? In fact, are you big on esports? Well, there's one place to be. There is a high-stakes tournament coming up with 500,000 naira. Yes, 500,000 naira, and it is the Cade Esports Cup for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The Pro Clubs League action, which has been enjoyable so far, it has been running for a few weeks now. We've seen some excellent performances like the table toppers Get Clubbed already dominating in the tournament, and the subpar ones as well on Solid, who are kind of struggling in the league so far. But the Cade Esports Cup gives chance to everybody, and we might definitely see some upsets in that one. You do not want to miss this one. It will be played in the Champions League format, where we'll have groups and 2 teams will be qualifying out of the groups into the knockout stages. You do not want to miss. The draw takes place this Saturday, so make sure to be there at the GG Arena YouTube channel for all the action, and the action itself when the KD Sports Cup begins is on Tuesday at 10 p.m. every week. So I will be there. The predictions will be open. Giveaways will also be there. There's everything for you. KD Sports Cup, we are coming.
I think the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has produced definitely some amount of goals which we have enjoyed so far. On your screens right now is Niggas in Debt as they take on Eagles FC in this matchup, as Niggas in Debt currently leading on that scoreline as they do. And just like that, the crossing coming in one. The niggas in there to seal the 3 points, and they could add another goal to just put the icing on the cake. Haaland with the ball into the finish. Stamps his authority all over the game and the greedy to finish it up. Niggas in debt seal the victory. Niggas in debt who are definitely looking for those points come up against GFC. GFC madly lead of those points, just has 1 point to their name, 1 draw, 5 losses. I mean, very, very important game for them as they come up against niggas in debt. On your screens and already the man in white making things count. Niggas in debt starting off class. I think it's even trickier, and you've got to be alert to the danger. But so far so good. The defenders have stayed there, but what a move and what a finish. This time the cross didn't go into the far post. Aimless chaos for this matchup. Uptown VFC, everybody who's made this a lot more fun as we head into the second half of the action. Uptown VFC, I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Shots! I just didn't have an answer. I said at the start of the stream that we will have some teams who don't have wins make some noise, but just like that, Abuja XI with a huge opportunity with the whole of the goal to him, but making no mistake, powering of the table, the likes of Unsali, GFC, and Uptown VFC. My oh my, they have put up a big fight. Well, I'm not sure they'd be happy about that one. A very questionable penalty goes in the way of Abuja XI. Will they make them pay? From 12 yards, Lancelot Hofstede finishes it. 3 goals to 1 now. The mark striker. Well, probably one of the top winning end. You're not going to care. You're just going to be excited that you are the one. Just taking time off that clock, but I'm sure at our VFC will be looking to find their way back. But it's looking like a very long way back now. Let me talk. She's doing all the talking up front there. On the volley, goalkeeper, no chance in hell of Abuja XI and the midfield dominance from the likes of Farouk Manzo and Lancelot in those areas have just been incredible. But that could be for the games we've seen today have had loads of goals. Remember that 5-4 game in which Big Guns FC took the victory in those final minutes to get them the victory. It's very, very important that we see that one which closes it. If that had been ruled as a goal, surely contender for goal of the season. But the linesman said that wasn't the best, but he's not going to. As the Familiar FC equalized with a cross of their own. Well, they're getting another cross and it works. Well, that's deja vu. You beat me with a cross, I can do that too. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And they greedy. You kind of just feel a pep in their step with how quick and crisp those passes have been. Prince Kelvin though went about for KD Sports, but that's not where to lose the ball though. They could be punished. They've got bodies up front. The Familiar have to make this one work, and they do. That's how to put the press on. Who we call this one? Gang pressing. Incredible. Yeah, so welcome back from that quick one. We are back live with the action from the Pro Clubs League. We've already seen some very, very interesting games today where we saw Get Club courts who needed the win. You could tell with how secure they were with the ball in the final moments that they really, really needed the win. And that does a lot for them today. It does a lot for them because in the last 5 games, like we said earlier, just one win out of that five. It tells you they were in a very rocky place. They weren't in a good place, but that's the way to bounce back. Even though it wasn't as smooth as they would have probably liked, but they were coming up against a very difficult opponent in Kerry's FC, and they made it extremely difficult for them, but they were able to pull through. Congratulations to our league leaders who get another 3 points. They've got 44 points to their name. And I'm still waiting for other games to kind of go on, and then of course we'll get the message from the team when they are ready to go. But for today, they are really, really great games. Like I said earlier, GG Arena and Abuja Excite, that game could see changes in the league table because if GG Arena win, they surpass Abuja Excite on the league table, and that could do a lot for them. Abuja Excite currently in 5th place, GG Arena in 6th place. From 7th place to I think 1st place. The interchanging will be a lot from now till the last match day. It's going to be crazy. We will see changes a lot of times, and it will be crazy, crazy run from some of those teams. But I think for when we want to assess teams like Get Clubbed and Big Guns, you kind of feel like Big Guns have peaked at the right time because if you look at how things have worked out for them in their past 5 games, they've been perfect. 5 wins out of 5 is very, very crucial to the way they want to play. And we are getting to the business end of the season. When I say the business end, it's all about you putting in the work, how it ends. Because of course, there's a saying, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And the finish is so, so important. And I feel like Big Ants have peaked at the finish, and it's really, really going to help them in their title charge. For Effortless FC, sorry, Get Club Course, who were our league leaders, who were in that slump after and now getting the bounce back win. It's all about building the momentum and reminding yourselves that you guys were good enough to be number one. You have to be good enough to stay number one because now the pack chasing you are going to be coming aggressive, and you've got some very, very, very tough games to come. And good luck to all the teams, the likes of Nameless Chaos, who are also pushing extremely hard. We just saw them today get some extremely, really, very, very important 3 points. It's important that they put on the press. It's important that they concede less goals, something that I was preaching of, and they clearly showed us today on the main broadcast, winning by 6 goals to 5. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good at all. It just leaves you in a position to be nervous because you know you can score goals, but you know at any time the defense is leaking, you could concede goals. And when you come up against good teams like Big Guns, Get Club, Abuja, Marshall FC, or even GG Arena FC, you could be in trouble because those guys are great on offense and they could punish you at any time. When you face a team like the Effortless, maybe they were great, but just maybe Kerry's FC, maybe they were great, but not as good as the teams I mentioned earlier. So they've got to short things at the back, and when they do that, I think they've got a very, very big shot. When you look at Marshall FC's chances as well, I think in their last 5, they've also gotten into that slump. The last time I was speaking to Farouk Manzo and how confident they were going into that week facing Get Club, they managed to get a draw out of that. But since then, they just haven't been themselves, and they'll be looking for it to bounce him back very, very shortly. And in 5th place comes Abuja XI. Very key that they also ramp up the wins in their last few games. They've also been shaky a bit. There's 2 wins out of their last 5, but yeah, the title race is getting heated, and I don't think you want to miss any of that action. It's always going to be on this YouTube channel, brought to you by GG Arena, kindly streaming on the GG Arena channel. Um, that's where all the Pro Clubs action is going to go down. Brought to you, kind courtesy of FLS Sports Network and KD Sports. Of course, we play the KD Sports Cup as well. The KD Sports Cup, which has got the teams in 4 groups, with Group A consisting of FanQuest Pro, GG Arena FC, GFC, and the Unsullied. Group B has got the likes of Familia, Marshall FC, Nameless Chaos, and Niggas in depth. That should be an interesting group. We've already started a match day 1 where it was interesting. Today we'll be continuing with match day 2 here as we are waiting for the fixtures to commence. Abuja XI, KD Sports, Uptown VFC, and Big Guns. Well, that's juicy. Big Guns and Abuja XI. That should be interesting. And finally in Group D,
Get Club, Carries FC, Eagles FC, and Effortless FC. But for the KD Sports Cup, you just know there's a chance for everybody, and it'll be very, very uh, we'll be looking forward to seeing who makes the deeper run. It could be anybody because it's just one game against your opponent, and you've got to be clinical. You've got to take your chance when it comes, and that's a big advice I've got for the rest of the teams. But uh, there's a bit of a delay in getting the guys to start their games. I'm seeing that Big Guns versus Uptown VFC are almost ready to begin. We'll wait for them a bit before they also start with their action. As all the action coming to you live, the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has definitely been a great one to witness the action. And for pro clubs, we kind of say a lot about chemistry, and you kind of feel like it's a cliche, but it's so important because we've seen teams that when you watch them play, you feel like they've played together for a very long time. Get Clubs, I think, at the start of the season were just tremendous on that end. They felt like they were telepathic every time they were playing, and it was just so good to watch them. But within the past few days, they've kind of struggled a bit, which is normal when it comes to league action. It's very normal when it comes to league action. Even in traditional sports, it does happen. As we're seeing in the Premier League, Man City themselves also struggling a bit. So it's not too shocking. But once it continues for an extremely long time, that's where you know there are problems within the team. And we wish for them all the best as we'll be turning our attentions now to another game which is currently going on. Big Guns FC, a team that has been the most informed coming into match day 19. Past 5 games, 4 wins, just 1 draw. They are in a position to put the pressure on, but currently the scoreline is 1-1 against Uptown VFC. Well, at this point, I thought they have probably been leading because Uptown VFC have not been impressive with 21 wins. Haven't been the best of teams so far, but in the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, I think sometimes positions don't even matter because you just saw what Carries FC did to Nameless Chaos, took them all the way, and they just lost by a 1 goal margin. So this game could go anywhere. But for Big Guns FC, it's a very huge one, and they've got to take advantage of it. 45 minutes is just 1-1 now. The action, and I'm sure guys from the Get Club team are probably in the stream hoping and just hoping that Uptown VFC can kind of pull a surprise here, and it will be huge for them if Uptown can actually come up with that surprise. We kick off the second half now. Big Guns, Uptown VFC. Well, it didn't take them too long. The team in form continues the dominance. Right from the gates of the second half, they get their second goal to go in, and they lead. That's what they do. Oh, they almost conceded on that turn, though. That's not like them. But Big Guns are under the pressure, getting that all-important second goal to go in. And they are by 2 goals to 1 now. $2 into Doom's play. That time the Uptown attack broken in its tracks. Bablu for whipping. The attack has just been deadly for the past few games. Big Guns, I think the kind of road that they are on. It is a championship streak, we should call it. And the pressure that they are putting on Get Club is extremely tremendous to watch. Goal kicker high into the field for Doom's play. Over the top with runners up the field. Big Guns defend that very well. On the 10. Doom's play. Great pass. It's a $2. It's 2-2 now. And just like that, the goal's coming at a very crucial time for Uptown. And you see the pause being queued by Big Guns. They are furious with how things are going down at the back. It's not like them at all. It's not like them at all to be conceding goals like these. Dr. Drew on the 10 gets a finesse shot from outside. Well saved by the goalkeeper. This game looks like it might just be going down to the wire. And it kind of feels like the whole tournament will be going down to the wire. We might have to get to the last match day to determine who wins it. Double OK. Through ball. That finds Dr. Drew. Back post cross. Ozone is in an empty space. He's able to get to the ball, but Franklin Castle. And that's what you like from your wingers, the ones that come back and help. Castle doing extremely well to get back onto the defense and just help out his right back at the time. Uptown VFC, the pace at which the transition from defense into attack comes is so good to watch. Bablu, again, big guns looking to regain their lead back. They have been impressive up front so far, creating chance after chance, but the pass coming a bit too late. You saw Whippington make that deep run, but the pass came a bit too late, and they ruled that one out for offside. But you kind of feel the intensity to which the game is going, that we could be in for a banger going into the last 25 minutes of this game. Daberechi cross comes in. Well, that was the opportunity for Uptown to take the lead. And it almost worked out for them. Big guns have got to be careful at the back. I don't know what's happening on defense for them today, but it's not looking good at all. And they've got to rely on offense. Dead shot. Back post cross. Heads it down into Pablo K on the 10 that time. The defense sets the defense winning that duel there. But just look at Uptown VSC. Immediately they win the ball back. There's something. The cross is coming in just off of the post. This might be the most deadliest team when it comes to counter attacks. And when they find those long balls, it gets onto the attackers, and there's literally no way to defend it. And you can tell the big guns are struggling at the back. At 6s and 7s at this point, MVP comes and claims easily. We've got to see more of that. We've got to see the commanding presence from the goalkeeper, because once the crosses comes in, it looks like the defenders are panicking a bit, and the goalkeeper has to calm things down at the back. There they lose it again. Big guns with a crucial game on their hands. They do not want to drop points here. But Uptown VFC are looking like they are not going to give them an easy one today. 15 minutes to go now. Dooms play into Sean. Shot from distance, Jermaine blocks, and it goes out for a throw. The intensity, yes, going up levels now in a game which has significant meaning on the table, at the top of the table as well. E.g., cross comes in. We've seen them do damage from the same style like this. Big guns in trouble at the back. They give the ball away cheaply. Could they be punished here? And they do. Uptown VFC, what are you cooking? Up 3-2 to the most informed team. And that's all credit to their relentless pressing from the front. Well. All the games we had today, it was kind of routine wins for the better teams, to call it. But this could be our first big upset of the day. Big guns, are they on their way to dropping some points? F4 comes from Pablo K outside wide. That just sums up their game for them. The frustration, them not being able to break Uptown VFC down, has been a disappointing one today. And Uptown VFC, the rate at which they've sent the long balls, I think this has been, every game we kind of seen the long balls go, but this has been the most efficient, I'll call it, so far. It's just worked magic for them, and Big Guns have had no way to defend against them when they send those long balls in. EGA again. Great turn from him. Uptown VFC now holding on to the ball, taking some time off the clock. We've seen that tactic from the other two teams that have played today, Nameless Chaos and Effortless. EGA again. Well, that's a great way to find the open man. The patience just works for them. Frank Castle again on the 10. And they're going to look for more goals, tries to get another crossing. That time blocked in its tracks. The game just getting away from Big Guns now. Look at the number of bodies they are sending forward. Big switch into Derby. And the game just slipping through their fingers. The defense has just not been there for them. Final minute to go. Uptown VSC, and they've kept the ball very well. They lose it in the final minute. It's got to be perfect from Big Guns now. Can they conjure up something to maybe rescue this game? Whipping thing sends a long one that finds that shot. Dr. Drew. Will we see another back post cross come from the try to work something through the middle? Goalkeeper couldn't claim that one, and it goes out for a corner. Final chance. Cross comes in. Can't head it down, and Big Guns couldn't hold on to it, and they lose this game. Uptown VFC, congratulations on getting very, very important 3 points. And get clubbed, the boys can now breathe a bit. Wow. That was an intense one. That was an extremely intense one. All the 3 games today have been close. We haven't seen huge scorelines. We've seen a lot of goals, but we haven't seen huge scorelines. I'm hearing whether another game is about to start, but we'll go for another break and then we'll see what happens with the other games coming. But wow, what a 10 of events at the top of the table. Get Clubbed now have much more breathing room, leading the table by 3 points. Big Guns looking like they might just drop off the ladder. I'll take the other break and I'll be back with more action.
Yo, are you big on FC24? In fact, are you big on esports? Well, there's one place to be. There is a high stakes tournament coming up with 500,000 naira. Yes, 500,000 naira, and it is the Cade Esports Cup for the Nigerian Pro Clubs League. The Pro Clubs League action, which has been enjoyable so far, it has been running for a few weeks now. We've seen some excellent performances like the table toppers Get Clubbed already dominating in the tournament, and the subpar ones as well on Solid, who are kind of struggling in the league so far. But the Cade Esports Cup gives chance to everybody, and we might definitely see some upsets in that one. You do not want to miss this one. It will be played in the Champions League format, where we'll have groups and 2 teams will be qualifying out of the groups into the knockout stages. You do not want to miss. The draw takes place.
I think the Nigerian Pro Clubs League has produced definitely some amount of goals which we have enjoyed so far. On your screens right now is Niggas in Debt as they take on Eagles FC in this matchup, as Niggas in Debt kindly leading on that scoreline as they do, and just like that, the crossing coming in one, the Niggas in Debt will seal the 3 points, and they could add another goal to just put the icing on the cake. Haaland with the ball into the finish, stamps his authority all over the game, and they're greedy to finish it up. Niggas in Debt seal the victory. Niggas in Debt who are definitely looking for those points, come up against GFC. GFC, madly lead of those points, just has 1 point to their name, 1 draw, 5 losses. I mean, very, very important game for them as they come up against Niggas in Debt. On your screens, and already the man in white making things count. Niggas in Debt starting off class. I think it's even trickier, and you've got to be alert to the danger. But so far, so good. The defenders have stayed there. But what a move and what a finish. This time the cross didn't go into the far post. Aimless chaos for this matchup. Uptown VFC, everybody who's made this a lot more fun as we head into the second half of the action. Uptown VFC. I mean, I like what I'm seeing. Shots! I just didn't have an answer. I said at the start of the stream that we will have some teams who don't have wins make some noise, but just like that, Abuja XI with a huge opportunity with the whole of the goal to him, but making no mistake, powering of the table, the likes of Unsalik GFC and Uptown VFC. My oh my, they have put up a big fight. Well, I'm not sure they'd be happy about that one. A very questionable penalty goes in the way of Abuja XI. Will they make them pay? From 12 yards, Lancelot Hofstedt finishes it. 3-1 now. The mark striker. Well, probably one of the top winning end. You're not going to care. You're just going to be excited that you are the one. Just taking time off that clock, but I'm sure Uptown VFC will be looking to find their way back. But it's looking like a very long way back now. Let me talk. She's doing all the talking up front there. On the volley. Goalkeeper, no chance in hell of Abuja XI and then midfield dominance from the likes of Farouk Manzo and Lancelot in those areas have just been incredible. But that could be for the games we've seen today. Have had loads of goals. Remember that 5-4 game in which Big Guns FC took the victory in those final minutes to get them the victory. It's very, very important that we see that one which closes it. If that had been ruled as a goal, surely contender for goal of the season. But the linesman said that wasn't the best, but he's not going to. As the Familiar FC equalized with a cross of their own. Well, they're getting another cross and it works. Well, that's deja vu. You beat me with a cross, I can do that too. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And they greedy. You kind of just feel a pep in their step with how quick and crisp those passes have been. Prince Kelvin though went about for KD Sports, but that's not when to lose the ball though. They could be punished. They've got bodies up front. The Familiar have to make this